over there. Welcome to the hot seat, everybody. Special Monday hot seat with Mikey from Man Meat BBQ, the wonderful podcast. And I pulled the rookie move again and forgot to put mute on YouTube. And if it isn't the guest, or if it isn't Kent, it's myself. We're just gonna keep doing that Mikey, every time at least one of us, because we have the chat on, we have the actual YouTube thing going on besides
for sure.
And every time one of us has YouTube, because we, obviously we watch it on our stuff here, and usually it starts playing because there's a 8-second delay. So, anywho, welcome everybody. We got all the blue wrenches in the chat right now. Kent from Daddy Does Barbecue, say hi to everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. The worst Monday I've had in a long time. First day back from vacation. But
you're welcome. It's all my fault. You're welcome.
It was a good vacation. We had a great time. Met great people down there. So, and I'll shout them out when I see them in the chat. So,
cool. That's it.
Mikey. Super shots. What do you want to do tonight?
Well, I thought you had something special going on there.
I'm leaving that for later.
Friday or Thursday, or later on tonight?
Later on a different time.
All right. Well, you let me know, dude. I'm just here.
Let's go. What do you want to do? A flat 20 spot tonight?
Yeah, a spot for a super shot sounds good to me.
For a Monday?
If you put $19.99 in there, it ain't gonna get you there.
No, it'll get you the bottom of my cup.
All right, so I saw our moderators in the chat. We got Miss Boogers in there. Josh and Babe are in the house. Dan from SmokeyGoodness. Keith Bettag's always keeping score. We have 22 in the chat right now. Guys, being that this is a Monday, it throws a little people off. So make sure you hit that little share arrow down below. Share it on your social media, and let's get some butts in these seats to listen to this great guest. All right, guys? Okay, so we have Shane in there, not another never trust a skinny chef. Jimmy Q's in there. Say Keith, Dan's in there. Chandler Lyles, our buddy Chandler Lyles is in the house. Canadian.
Ooh, Chandler Lyles. I literally just watched his last YouTube video. Chandler, you got to be nice to your mom.
Seriously.
Yeah, what a jerk.
What a jerk. A superstar from CNBC, Chandler Lyles. See there, say Canadian Jim.
Don't make his head any bigger than it already is.
Let's see. Super shots are $20. All proceeds go to help CJ's channel out, and getting the host drunk is really the main goal here. Let's face it. God bless you, Miss Booger.
I wonder how long she's been thinking about that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. See Pickles Barbecue's in the house. Jacqueline and Dad, John from 1984 Barbecue. Said Josh and Bay, Louis Calamiti is in there. View to a Grill, Pit Life Barbecue, Johnny Maggs. We were actually just talking to you before we got started. Talking about your hot seat in the after show. Said View to a Grill, everybody. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue, Big Joe's in the house. How you guys doing? All right, guys. So like I said, make sure you share this out there. Let's get some butts in these seats because Mondays are let's give some people some joy, because they had to go back to work today. All right. You ready for these hard-hitting questions, my man?
I totally am. I'm trying to share this on our social media.
Right. What's new barbecues in that? While you do that, I'll shout out a couple more people. What's new barbecue? Rick's Barbecue in Blackstone. How you doing? Kevin Cofield said, get Mikey drunk. That's the plan. Whiskey and Barbecue. How's it going, Ryan? What's up, brother?
We're good to go, man. Let's do this stuff. Let's have some fun.
All right, let's do this. All right. We're going to give the first shot away for free. Let's get Mikey going.
You're doing beer tonight.
Whatever. Take a big ass swig. Make sure you have enough.
I do. I brought a good amount of beer.
That is. Brock, how you doing? Let's see. Yeah, actually, Lewis, it was the best burger I've ever eaten. So cheers, guys. Yeah, let's go. You gotta stretch out. You gotta stretch before you run. All right. Let's see here. 30 in the chat. my wife, Mrs. CJ, just put, is this the Catalina wine mixer?
Yeah, wait till we start singing.
Boats and hoes. My brother-in-law is also here, so they're in the other room, probably starting some grief. Hey, AB, what's up, brother? MD's Country Cooking, how you doing? All right, guys. Okay, y'all. It's gonna be one of them nights, I can tell for sure. All right, Mikey, where are you from, brother?
So we are based out of a suburb of Chicago, Illinois. We were in the city. My wife wanted a yard for dogs and for the child, and you go broke when you buy a yard in the city of Chicago. So we moved out to a suburb called Pingree Grove. It's about, I would say, about 45 minutes to an hour on no traffic from the city. But so we're northwest of Chicago. I'm still a Chicagoan by heart, but I don't necessarily live in the Chicago city limits anymore. But that's where we are from, and you know, we're just Northerners barbecuing.
You hear me?
What was the question?
I said, are you anywhere near Tinley Park?
I am not.
Okay. So I have some cousins out there, and that's so.
Well, I mean, we're not far from Tinley Park per se, but we're not like, it's not like a next door neighbor suburb. I can get there in like 45 minutes.
Right on. All right, cool. Family life, wife, kids.
So I have one kid that turns 2 next month, which is terrifying. She's going into her terrible 2s. They're just terrifying. She's getting her own little personality and starts using the word no, which I didn't think was supposed to work as well as she functions with it. You ask her a question, she looks at you, she's like, no. It's just great. My wife's awesome. She deals with my shit, puts up with me. If you've ever been on our show, she is actually the person that books you on our show. She deals with all the booking because she told me that I can't be in the office 5 nights a week.
I love it. My brother-in-law, fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah, and I had to approve that.
Yeah, Dutch approved that, guys. That's awesome. They're doing shots.
Matt, you be nice, or I'll boot your ass.
Oh, you're gonna get beat down by one of the moderators, Matty.
Woo!
All right. Okay. So besides YouTube and podcast creator extraordinaire, what's your real job?
My real job is being the pitmaster of Fire and Smoke BBQ in Elgin, Illinois. It is a company that I started, I guess, in October. We went fully legal. We started renting kitchen space. We started cooking. We do pop-ups. We do caterings. We will be putting out a couple different rubs. We do a house-cured bacon, so we do farmers markets and stuff like that. And that is the full-time job now.
Dude, that is awesome. That is definitely you following your dream out there, and that's freaking awesome. And so you said bacon, huh?
Bacon.
How do we get a hold of that bacon all the way here in California?
We can work with some UPS people.
Let's see if we can figure that out. I'd be glad to pay for
ship it next door to Iowa.
Next door.
We can, Iowa's closer. I mean, shit, we can make it there in a day with regular shipping. California is the tricky part, just because it's you guys are. It has to be 2-day air because ground takes like fucking 5 years to get to you.
That's not good. That's awesome though, man. I'm very impressed. I know you recently talked about that, and that's freaking fabulous for sure.
Yeah, right. It's a scary but awesome time in my life.
Yeah, and it's awesome that your wife supports it completely, and she helps you, handle the podcast and all that stuff. So it's a real team effort for sure.
Yeah.
And I know you did your little live earlier, and your baby girl is too freaking cute, man. So
thank you.
That's awesome. I know we have 5 kids. I know all about the terrible whatevers. Because it doesn't change much. I got an 18-year-old, and sometimes he's a terrible 18-year-old. So it is awesome though, man. So
it just keeps going. It does like
it's new kind of
continue
bullshit, man. Yeah, we got the girls 12 going on 21, and and she acts like it. And my 12-year-old son is kind of a jerk right now. It's just the way it goes, man. So
where he gets that from?
Yeah, I wonder where he gets that from. Clearly his mother. So anyway, all right, guys. Let's see here, checking the chat. All right. Mega Fred isn't in the house yet. I don't know if he'll be here today since it's it's a different day. But he has a lifetime question. It is your favorite music, bands, do you play any instruments, anything like that? Tell us about it.
Okay, so this is kind of a weird story, but I'll go into it. So from the time I was 14, I fell in love with punk rock, metal, hardcore, and all that shit. And I just kind of I pursued music before I kind of did cooking and did all my other stuff in life. But I toured with bands from the time I was 18 to the time I was about 22, and that was a quite interesting lifestyle. I mean, when you learn how to live on like $5 a day,
wow.
because you don't have money. You're living in a van basically, and you're traveling and all that stuff. And if I didn't do that, which it's helped me in so many different things of running my life, but that's actually how I met my wife. I met her while I was on tour with a band. So I met her. She came out to hang out with one of the bands that I was with, and she was like, she actually thought the drummer was hot. So apparently she got me. I don't know. It's not. I mean, shit. It happens. Whatever. But I met her, and then we stayed friends. And then when she moved up to Chicago, we stayed friends. And it took me about a year to get her to date me. And then finally it happened. I'm a persistent human.
That's awesome, man. Oh, right on. Well, hey, that's pretty cool, man. That's a good story. A lot of people, people who know me, like to say Justin Timberlake is your favorite music, but yeah, he's not punk rock enough. I understand. It's okay.
Justin Timberlake,
He's got a following.
Yeah, just a little one. Just a little. Although I will say, living
on $5 a day.
I will say he was one of the few musicians that really was able to become an actor and do all these things and not look like an asshole. Because how many of these musicians became actors and they were like, "You are a shitty actor. The only reason we're dealing with you is because you have a name." Right,
dude. Well, a lot of them people were on the Mickey Mouse Club, if you believe that.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, Christina Aguilera and Britney and all them, they were all freaking. Pit Life Barbecue. Can you time him out? He just said JT is a punk.
Nope, will not do it. Hold on, CJ. I'll be right back.
All right, the kettle cooker is just put in a $20 super shot, so we'll make sure Kent drinks his on the way. I don't know if he
cheers, my friends.
He failed, but cheers. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's solid. All right, so thank you, the kettle cookers. Appreciate it, Mike. That's awesome, brother. We got to shout out a couple more people. Jumped in the chat. Obviously, Mike Kettle Cookers, Adam Yoakum, Lady of Q Barbecue, Pickles Barbecues in the house, West Coast Cajun Cuisine, World Supporter, Frack Daddy Barbecue, General Diamond, Shadow Seed, Ken Rogers. And I think that's all I've seen in there. Chandler Lyles is talking shit in the chat, so maybe we should ban him. He was supposed to be part of our marketing team and then ditched us for Chicago and better things. So we haven't seen Chandler much. Hey, babe.
Chandler's a busy boy.
Yeah,
he's a busy boy. Giving me shit about my YouTube, not getting my YouTube channel going. And then once I get my YouTube channel going, he falls off the face of the earth and doesn't put out fucking videos.
Yeah.
What's up with that, Chandler?
I'm trying to think if he's like Bigfoot or a unicorn. You hear about him, but you never see him.
I'm pretty sure he's like
Big Josh and Babe are here. Blind Grilling's in the house. What's up, Brian? Blind Grilling. Missed that paycheck. Nice. That's true. All right. Before we go over to Kent and ask his questions, obviously, if you guys have a question for Mikey, throw it in the chat. Mikey, not only does he have his own barbecue company and he has a YouTube channel and he manages social media, he also has a wonderful podcast that is just fabulous. And it's even better now because I've been on it.
That's true.
So mine was released this morning. So my chat with Mikey is on iTunes and Spotify and all them other, I don't know the other podcasts.
So we're on Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes. I think iTunes and the Apple Podcast. I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It feeds to the same one. I know somebody said that they had a problem with it. If it's not refreshing, it's probably your feed. Either delete the app and re-download it, or delete our feed and re-download our feed, and it'll start refreshing every once in a while. If you don't finish all of our podcasts, sometimes the app thinks you're not interested anymore, and it takes you off. But that's kind of where we are, and I believe Stitcher feeds to a bunch of other smaller podcasting platforms, and it takes it off of our Stitcher and then feeds it into other places.
Right.
Those are the main four.
Yeah, it was and it was a definitely great chat. I was obviously honored to be a part of it, and but also with the YouTube channel, we're trying to help him grow it too. And his link for the YouTube channel, along with Kent, my moderators, myself, are all down below. Hit show more. Make sure you subscribe to Mikey and Man Meat BBQ, and let's help him grow. All right. I see Chicken Fried Barbecues in the house says driving and listening. So Bill, howdy, brother. Don't type and drive if you don't have to. I do it constantly. It's a bad habit, especially here in Southern California.
Yeah, it is.
It's horrible. I feel bad. My sons give me such guilt. It's deserved. So anyway, all right, guys. Kent, you ready with some questions over there, stud?
Yeah, I got a couple.
All right, let's go.
Speaking of unicorns, Chandler Lyles has a question for you, Mikey. What's been the hardest thing about starting your catering company?
Sleeping at night? No. I would say one of the hardest things about it is getting the name out there and getting the recognition and getting people to trust you. Because when you start talking about catering orders and stuff like that, they want to make sure that their party goes off without a hitch, right? So you don't want to ever make their lives more difficult. So getting somebody to trust you and getting them to give you their credit card number, that's pretty much probably the hardest thing.
I agree. I helped a buddy of mine cater for years and years. And the busiest year we had is we catered 50 of the 52 Saturday nights that year.
Whew. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a grind, that's for sure. So let's see. Gary GT's Barbecue wants to know, God dang it, get back here. What cookers do you use in your catering?
The cookers that I'm using in my catering currently is I use the Myron Mixon 48 H2O. That is our main rig. We do almost everything on that. If I have to bring the big green egg in, I will. But normally it's the Myron Mixon 48. We're looking to expand. Actually, we're going to be looking at getting a couple more cookers. And then if we are doing a festival and we are making bacon on site, we actually use a PK grill.
Well, there happens to be a guy in the chat here who's got Veronica and El Rey reverse flow for sale if you're looking for something.
Wow. Okay.
So there you go, Joe. You owe me one now.
Joe, where's Joe from, though?
El Paso.
Oh, shit. Then I got to drive all the way down to El Paso.
Well, no, he'll probably meet you at my house and drop it off here, and you can just drive about 8.5 hours to Iowa.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not as bad as El Paso.
No, yeah. You'll drive longer in Texas than getting to Texas.
That's probably true, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. West Coast Cajun cuisine. What instrument did you play while you were on tour?
I played bass. I was also a tour manager, which sounds more glorious than it is. It's basically a glorified babysitter. But I was a bass player, and I was moderately bad at it.
Moderately bad at it. That's funny. All right. Saying you are from Chicago.
Yes.
North Side or South Side fan?
I'm a Chicago Blackhawks fan, guys. I really love the Blackhawks.
Not into baseball?
Not into baseball at all. Sorry.
Mike Everyday Barbecue is going to hate you for not loving his Cubs.
If I had to pick one, I would pick the Cubs. Mainly because I'm going to get so much shit for saying this. The Cubs girls are prettier. I don't know what it is. The North Side girls are just hotter, but the South Side girls do more, if you know what I mean.
I just see a bunch of thumbs down going on right now. I hope there's no one from Chicago watching.
I'm sorry, guys. Love you all. I love you all. Like I said, I'm a Blackhawks fan at the end of the day. We have a rebuilding year, guys. We're doing good. We're getting there.
Brian from Mad Horse Barbecue said duck the Bears.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I think we got to get there because I know he's a Vikings fan. And for once, I'll agree with Brian because I'm a Green Bay fan. So
how are you a Green Bay fan from Iowa?
Because I hate the color purple, and I'd never root for a team that's choked for 40 years. That's why they're purple.
Okay.
All right. Josh and Babe, this is probably Babe's question because it actually makes sense and is a little bit intelligent. Was it easier for you to start and do a podcast or a YouTube channel?
That's a great question. I don't know what I'm doing with the YouTube channel in the sense of like, I'm just kind of going out there and creating content and hoping that somebody watches it, which is kind of what I did with the podcast. I just went out and created content and then hope to God that somebody listened to it. And the big thing was you're going to get better with everything you do, right? My first podcasts were probably fucking horrid. I don't even want to go back and listen to that shit. But I'm very much, I think I've gotten better at speaking and I've gotten better at talking to people through doing so many podcasts. It's just, I mean, shit. We've almost done 4 years of podcasts, right? That's a podcast a week. That's like 300. We were at like 250 some podcasts. I've talked to a lot of damn people and interviewed a lot of damn people. And they say, like, you know, the more you do it, the better you get. I don't know if I'm any good at it. You can ask CJ. He was on the show, so he can tell you if I'm any good at it.
Man. That was
I just think the YouTube channels, it's new waters for me. You know what I mean? I don't know how, like, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. So if there's anyone out there that just wants to reach out and say, like, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're an asshole, don't do that. Tell me, because I'm open to all forms of suggestion with the YouTube channel. We kind of do a recipe video and kind of a cooking style show on Wednesdays, and then on Sundays we try to keep it really motivational. I think it's twofold for the motivation. It keeps me motivated and it keeps me going and trying to share my story. And B, I think I'm not necessarily saying stuff that's not out there. I'm just saying stuff that I wish I heard at these moments. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm probably going to butcher this guy's last name. Kevin, is it Kofiel?
Cowboy Kev.
Okay.
I know that guy.
Who was your most interesting podcast interview so far? And pick your answer wisely. It's not the obvious choice today. Okay? Not the guy rattling the dice.
Sorry. Back.
Yeah. My most interesting. Man, I've had a lot of cool, interesting people on the show. I mean, Kev's been on the show. He was a great show. CJ was awesome. And they all have such unique parts of it because I feel like we get to talking and then interesting things come out about them, which makes it like so much fun. So I feel like each show has its own little interesting thing. Myron Mixon was a lot of fun considering we were in person with him, and that always helps. But I would have to say one of my favorite shows that I've done was with the guys of Man BBQ. Reason being is we were just sitting on a front porch and all just chatting. And I think we went like 2.5 hours. And it was just awesome. So I'm going to go with that one.
Okay, because we have a comment here that says, was episode 13 of your podcast your favorite one?
Do you think I remember who was on episode 13?
Let me tell you who asked it.
Who asked it?
Chandler Lyles. That's what I
but Chandler's been on it a couple times. Chandler's been on it a couple times.
All right, Johnny Maggs, Pit Life Barbecue. How long have you had this show? He said he's been subscribed to you for a while on the podcast. So
the podcast has been around for 4 years.
Cool. That's awesome.
And we're still going strong. We're hated by some people in the world. You guys know who you are.
All right.
Freaking Chandler Lyles. Mikey is dead to me.
Dude, just be nice to your mom, bro. She's such a nice lady. Like, your mom's such a sweetheart. And you're always just like, yeah, I'm Chandler. I'm cool.
She has to be a saint to put up with Chandler.
Doesn't she? Although Chandler talks mad shit, and he's still yet to bring his pit up to Chicago to battle me in a barbecue cook-off. Because when he was up here and we were hanging out.
I would pay money to see that. I'd actually fly out to see that. I'll judge it. Me and Ken will come up and judge it, do a live barbecue.
He's like, I bet I can outcook you. I'm like, bring it, bro. Let's have some fun.
There's only one problem with that. For him to get up there, he'd have to figure out how to ship a commercial electric smoker oven up there.
Oh!
Shots fired.
Call HR on that one, Chandler.
All about the here.
You know what we could get him? We could get him one of those. Get him one of those little pellet cookers. It'll be pretty. But here's what we won't give him. We won't give him power.
I know somebody that's currently cooking on a pellet pooper.
Hey. Someone left a free Traeger at my house. I don't know what to do with it.
There you go.
What am I to do? Say no? Stop it.
No.
All right, is that all the questions?
I got one for you.
All right.
Shane wants to know, when are you going to come to Florida and jump gators in an airboat?
Dude, I am ready. I saw those videos you were sending us, and that looked like so much fun. Mikey Kit recently went down to Florida for vacation, hung out with a couple of our other subscribers. Shane from Never Trust a Skinny Chef. That was freaking awesome.
Sure. I tell you what, that day, Shane, thank you. That day was awesome. I'd never tried a sous vide steak. And the funny thing is, the Florida boy didn't know how to cook gator, but the Iowa boy did. So
wait, slow down. Explain that. What do you mean? What do you mean a Florida boy couldn't cook gator?
He didn't know how to cook up gator meat.
It's fucking chicken. It's the same shit.
Yeah, I know. I compared it when I tasted it, and I've had it plenty of times before. I compared it to pheasant.
Okay.
Because it's a little darker meat.
A little bit darker, but it's going to take whatever flavor you give it.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, Shane, didn't mean to throw you under the bus, buddy. That is all I have. But Mr. Brian Horseman, Mad Horse Barbecue, we owe him a shot.
Well, you owe a shot for the first super chat too.
You owe two, bro.
You walked away.
Oh yeah, I had the neighbor kid. He's selling fundraising stuff for a local baseball team.
Right.
All right, I'll look forward here in a minute.
All right, cheers, guys.
technically you said 1999 wouldn't work, CJ.
Yeah, but I know that some people don't know how to work these things. I'll send you a penny.
Who put in 1999? What cheap bastard couldn't put in 20?
Couldn't put that shit in. You know, here's the deal. I've actually, when I give super chats on other people's lives, there's a little like slide button, you know, 5, 10.
Oh, you gotta slide it?
You have to slide it, and sometimes it lands on 99 cents. So I'm pretty sure Mike from the Kettle Cooker isn't a cheap bastard. But you never know. You know, maybe he was and just want to give out his penny, but whatever. All right. I want to shout out a couple more people that came in the chat real quick, and then we'll kind of let that go. Todd from Dad Incredibles in there. Enzo from Son of a Pizza Man. Obviously, Mad Horse Barbecue Brian. His father, Tom Horseman's in the chat. How you doing, Tom? Nice to see you, sir. Woodchuck's in the chat. Cooking with Cultural Creations is in the chat. My favorite channel out there, just because of the name, it's all about the rack, because who's going to argue with that? And let's see here. Last one is Steve Lolas from Veterans Q.
Steve, what's up, buddy?
Yep, Veterans Q. I love that he has that, and we really do support all our veterans on here. You know, if you're a veteran, give a shout out, all that stuff. So that's, you know, I love that people, you know, base their business around stuff like that would give back to the veterans. I have a lot of veterans in my family, my pops, my grandfathers, all that. So it's a big deal to me. So love it, Steve. Keep doing what you do. I hear nothing but good things about your products too. So that's awesome. So keep it going.
Steve's a good dude.
Definitely.
We met for drinks the other night.
Oh, right on. Very cool. Very cool.
We apparently found out that we live relatively close to each other, and then it took us 3 months to finally be able to find time to hang out.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see here. And then Dead Bro Barbecue. Welcome, bro. Good to see you in there. All right. So that's it for the shouts for now. Let's get into kind of your channel podcast questions that I usually ask. We know you've done your podcast for 4 years now. What got you going on that? What made you decide that you had something to talk about? Or is it just that you're looking for something to do and just you like the bullshit of that?
The answer is a little bit of mixture of both, right?
Really?
So I was cooking a lot. I wanted to start doing something. I'm one of those people that I need to do something with my time, otherwise I get myself in trouble, right?
Right.
And I can't write for shit. So doing a blog just wasn't going to work. I wanted to do a blog, but I was like, man, I just can't, like, sitting down and typing a blog out was like fucking painful. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't come out the way I wanted it to, and I wasn't getting it across the way I wanted it to. And like my wife was like, dude, you talk really well. Why don't you sit and talk to people? You can talk to anybody. She's like, wherever we're at, she's like, you can always talk to people. You're always, you know, she's like, you can walk up to anybody and just start a conversation. I was like, well, okay. And one of my neighbors was, one of my old neighbors was a podcast. Like he would do podcasts, and he did the Feed podcast. If anyone listens to that, that's a great podcast. He helped edit that and produce it. And basically he was like, dude, just start creating content and putting it out. And I was like, yeah, but what if no one's listening? He's like, no one's going to be listening. So I just kind of took that to heart. I was like, shit, no one's going to be listening. He's like, fuck it, might as well just start doing it. So I started doing it and started putting it out. And I still kind of have that same mentality today, that it's like, dude, I'm doing this because I love doing it. I enjoy doing it. So if no one's listening, great. If someone's listening, great. I'm still doing it because I think that it's a fun way to give back to the barbecue community now. And a lot of people have told me that they enjoy the podcast. They enjoy learning from it. That it's made them want to step into using different cookers or getting more serious about their barbecue. And I think that's like one of the best things I can, you know, have happen is when somebody's like, dude, I want to take my barbecue more seriously. Right. And it's like, oh shit, cool, dude. Like, let's get you, like, let's set you up, or I want to learn how to barbecue, or stuff like that. I had a good friend of mine that decided that he's like, dude, I like barbecue to me was throwing on like frozen burgers and hot dogs and trying not to burn them. And now the dude can smoke, now he's smoking shit. He's like actually cooking real like edible barbecue. And that's just awesome to me.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Now, when we talked, it was more like a conversation, just kind of bullshitting about YouTube, whatever.
Yep.
But when you bring on, actual pro type barbecue like teams, for lack of a better way, do you have like a different kind of notion on how your conversation is going to go? Do you bullet point anything? Do you want to talk about their grills or anything, or you just let it flow too?
I just let it flow. So I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan's podcast, and I have been for several years now. And I just kind of thought that the conversation that Joe Rogan always has with his guests, it's so fluid and it's so easy. He'll bring things up where it's like, hey, dude, I want to talk about this, but it's always a good discussion, right?
Right.
And that's how I feel the best information comes out. Because I feel like when you start asking people line by line questions in a sense, and you make it too interview style, then what ends up happening is you focus, like I was focusing too much on those questions. And when I first started, I had like those questions like, hey, well, what kind of wood do you like smoking with? And I found myself not being able to hold the conversation that I wanted. So I just pulled myself away from that. Like I've had people that are like, that'll send me stuff. They're like, I want you to know this about it. And my wife's like, you got to read this before you go into the podcast. And I'm like, nope. And I literally walk into the podcast and I just start talking. And usually what I do is I'll be scrolling through your Instagram feed too. Right. So if there's something that pops up on your Instagram feed that looks cool, I'll bring it up. And then I just kind of keep going because I just think it's like one of those things when you hang out with people, you drink and you talk. Those are the best conversations. And sometimes you wish those were recorded. And that's what I get to do with people.
Right. And I love what you said about my brother-in-law, Matt. He was over this weekend for Mother's Day. We had my wife's family over. And we had just gotten done with our interview. So I was talking to him about it. He said he wanted to start a podcast of basically just that. He's like, I want to bullshit. I want to drink. I think I have some interesting stuff to say. He's a big fan of Rogan too. And, it doesn't cost anything to start. I mean, I guess besides needing the equipment if you need it, but it's minimal. And it's just a way to, get your thoughts out. And, obviously you've gained traction with that. You've got a big following with your podcast, which is just fabulous, dude. That's freaking awesome. So that's awesome. I try to kind of do the same thing with my chat here. I do have questions for sure, but if you give me something to latch onto, we're going to leave the questions aside and we'll flow into that. See, you bring something up. That's how
you do. You're better than I am because I was focused so much on those stupid questions that it was just too boring interview wise, right? You know what I mean? Where it's like, let me ask you this question. No one wants to fucking listen to that. Like, it's just let's keep flowing, and you flow with it really, really well. So I'm really enjoying being on this show and hanging out with you guys. This is a great time. I really want to say thank you to both of you guys for having me on and making a special Monday drunk edition.
That's all right, man. That's how we get our week started. So before I kind of go over, I see a couple more people in the chat. One of our moderators, LeprakonTV, is in there. Kevin Lockett's in there. Kevin, AB got me screwed up. I want to say Luckett every time. Kevin Lockett's in the house. He is actually going against Kent, Daddy Dutch, for AB's Battle of the Kitchens championship. Kent, that again?
What's that?
When is the Battle of the Kitchens final?
It is 7 Eastern, Sunday night.
This Sunday coming up, right?
Yeah, the 19th.
19th, okay.
So 10 on the East Coast, 9 o'clock Central.
Right on. All right, so
we are talking surf and turf.
Surf and turf. Awesome. Let's see here. The Salted Pepper is in the house. Louise, I got your message earlier. I need to respond to you. I'm sorry, I got a little busy today. Cupcake Krista is actually Shane's wife. So, Krista, I hope you're doing well. It's awesome. Mega Fred's in the house. Mega Fred, we asked your question already. We asked it relatively quickly. So, catch that, the replay tomorrow. Check it out.
PJ.
Huh?
Look up Dead Broke Barbecue. Look at his comment here. It's hilarious.
Okay. Sorry, Mikey. This is.
You're all good, bro.
When you do live TV.
Dude, I'm just along for the ride. I'm having a great time. That's all I'm doing.
All right.
Having a good time along for the ride.
You said Dead Broke Barbecue?
He says these chats are like hanging in the tavern with your peeps, but you don't have to worry about getting pulled over afterwards.
Definitely. Definitely. That's very true.
My Uber ride's going to be super cheap. It's fantastic.
What'd you say there, Mikey?
I said my Uber ride tonight's going to be super cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. I see Just 8 is in the house. How you doing, Julianne? Appreciate it. Guys, I'd love to talk to you, Mikey. I hope this is the only time we get to chat. You got so much interesting stuff going on. I love following your Instagram too. You got a lot of stuff going on there too. Is that your preferred social media choice there?
So I think Instagram just lends itself the most. That's where we got like Twitter we're a little bit on. Facebook we're we struggle at. Instagram with photos, I'm really photo forward, right? I'm good at photography. So Instagram just kind of always lent itself to me, especially with food photography. It really did. And that's where we grew our biggest social media following. So Instagram's pretty much the thing I'm on the most. And I would say I spend most of my time pushing stuff through Instagram. Although right now Instagram, our numbers look weird on Instagram right now just because of the way that it's toggling large accounts. If you don't want to pay them, they don't want to show your shit to your own followers, which is so weird.
Yeah. I've been kind of seeing that stuff kind of going on too.
Yep.
One of our moderators, Jason from Easy Bake Barbecue, he's put your link to your YouTube channel in there, guys. Make sure you click on that, subscribe, be a part of it. Jason, if you could grab his Instagram too and throw it in there too.
Instagram, yeah. Instagram's just Instagram.com/Man Meat BBQ, manmeatbbq.com, all that stuff. Twitter, I think we're Man Meat BBQ. Facebook, we're MMB Chicago. Apparently, there's somebody that already has Man Meat BBQ on Facebook. I didn't know that. I didn't check Facebook when I was thinking about the name. What I did was I Googled it. Nothing came up. So then I took the website and said, "Fuck it."
Right on.
But apparently, there is a Kansas City barbecue team called Man Meat BBQ. Guys, I did not steal your name. Don't get all crazy and whiny bitchy about it. I understand that you guys are the real Man Meat BBQ on Instagram. I'll worry about you when you get over 2,000 followers.
That's funny. All right. Let's see. I'm seeing a couple more things going in the chat. I'm sure Kent's got that. Eric from Smoking BBQ Tips and Recipes in the house. Welcome, Eric. Hope you're doing well, brother. So I'm kind of skipping my questions a little bit just because we were just talking about the podcast and
yeah, absolutely.
What's kept you on the grind? What's kept you doing this? And then the second part of that question is, what is your end result for this? What are you hoping to achieve at the end?
I like punishment. I'm a glutton for punishment, bro. That's why I'm gonna cook full time for a living.
That's awesome.
No, you know what's kept me going is the fact that dude, more and more people want to chat barbecue with me.
Right.
And I love doing that. I love being able to talk to people about what they're I'm really passionate about barbecue, but being able to talk to somebody else that's as equally passionate about it just keeps fueling it. You know what I mean? It's like throwing kerosene on a fire. It just keeps going. So I think the guests really help me keep going. Because it's funny, don't get me wrong, man. There's days that I'm like, I just don't want to do this podcast today.
Right.
And then I'll get upstairs and I'll sit down, and 5 minutes into it, the guest is super fucking cool. And I'm like, dude, I'm so happy I'm so happy I'm chatting with this person.
Definitely.
And it just, to me, I made it an obligation to do it. And if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. That's just how I am. And if somebody tells me I can't do it, I'm probably going to do it even more and keep going. But that's really what keeps the passion alive, is all the people that love the podcast that are listening to it. We had a glitch with iTunes a little bit back, and man, I got so many damn emails and so many damn people being like, what happened? Is the podcast not up anymore? And it's like, we're trying to figure it out. Our host is telling us that it's iTunes. Our iTunes is telling us that it's the host. So we're like going back and forth with emails. But like, that really was like, damn, I really want to make sure that I keep doing this for people, because people are enjoying it and listeners are coming in. And if I can give something back, then that's what I'm going to give back. And it's opened so many doors, and I've met so many goddamn cool people that it's almost stupid to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why would I want to stop meeting super cool people? Like, I have friends all over the world now because of this podcast. And they're barbecue friends, which are better than regular friends for two reasons. Barbecue friends will do anything you ever almost ask them for. That's just how, barbecue dudes are. It's like, hey dude, I really need this. And they'll be like, I'll figure it out. I'll get that. I'll help you out. I'll do this. And I'm the same way when it comes to my friends. Somebody can call me and be like, hey, I need you to come do this. And it's like, cool. What time do you need me there?
Right on.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those friends that has anyone ever seen the movie The Town? You seen that movie?
The Town?
Yeah, it's with Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
it's where they rob banks, right? There's this one scene where he walks in, he's like, I need you to go somewhere with me. You can't ask any questions. You can't, I can't tell you what's going on, but I really need you to go with me. We're gonna hurt some people, and you just really, you just got to go along with it. And my question is, are we taking my car or yours?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's how it is. Like, if you're a good friend of mine, like, there's no questions asked. Like, whatever we got to go do.
Definitely. Wow, that's I kind of feel the same way about these hot seats. Sometimes I need to get in this seat. The light needs to be on, and I need to start to chat, and then then I start firing in. Example would be Chandler Lyles. I didn't want to talk to that guy.
You still don't want to talk to that guy.
I mean, I had to kind of sack up a little bit and pander to him a little bit, make him feel good about himself. Kent did the same thing too. So
yeah, it's you got to take the good with the bad.
You do for sure.
The sacrifices for this show are, they go against your morals sometimes, and it's just, it tugs at a guy's heart. It hurts.
I got so many thumbs down for Chandler Lyle's hot seat, but we had to keep going through it. So it is what it is, but not.
I love that guy. I really do. We'll talk shit all we want about him, but I love him at the end of the day.
Oh, definitely. I want to have a beer with that cat someday, and you too, brother. The following you have created with this podcast is just insane. How has it been all organic, or are you promoting it, or do you do anything extra for it, or what?
We have not spent $1 on promoting the podcast. So anyone that says that my followers are purchased or anything like that, we haven't spent $1 on it. Mainly because we haven't had $1 to fucking spend on it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, the podcast, it's sponsored by Myron Mixon Smokers, and it's sponsored by Man BBQ. Man BBQ are good friends of mine. That's why they're a sponsor on my podcast, because I believe in what they do, and I want to get their fucking word out about them. That's the only reason they're a sponsor. They don't give me $1. So when I say we're sponsored by Man BBQ, it's because they're good friends of mine, and I love those guys. So And then when I say we're sponsored by Myron Mixon Smokers, dude, we're on the Myron Mixon Pro Team. So that's a whole different game. But the podcast does not receive $1 from Myron Mixon Smokers. Right. We don't get any money from them. Well, so anyone that's like, oh, you're swimming in that podcast money, motherfucker, we're not getting any money. We sell some merch, and we got some money off our merch that we got, but it's not paying the bills. I'm not paying my mortgage with it. I'm not keeping the electric on. I'm not paying for the computer that I'm using. I didn't pay for any of the equipment that way. Like, there's people out there that are, it's an advertisement after an advertisement after an advertisement. We're not that podcast. We're just not, and I'm not doing it for that. I've had people approach us. I've had people say, hey, we want to give you money for this. We want to give you money for that. But you have to pander to the way that we want you to. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. Like, I've had people approach me. They're like, we'll give you, we'll give you $7.50 an episode, but you can't swear. Well, fuck, that's not going to work.
Yeah,
hey, I got a question. What was your answer? Fuck you?
Well, fuck, that's not going to work. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, speaking of Trevor Lyles, he just put $20 in the chat. He said purchased with his automatic smoker money.
Oh, there's well played, sir. Well played.
Hey Chandler, do you still remember what it's like to throw a stick in? Like, do you still have that? Are you able to do that motion?
He probably doesn't, because he's probably a cat person, not a dog person, so he doesn't know how
to. Anyway, I can see that.
Chandler, if you want to hang out, hey, listen, if you want to hang out, leak to jump in this thing, you let me know. We'll bring you in here. We'll put both of you jokers on.
Oh, dude, I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love it.
Hey, so if you're looking for free sponsors, the Hot Seat Incorporated is always ready to
incorporated
or anything for free. So that's awesome, man. It's that is cool. Do you find yourself, being that you've got this following now, do you find yourself having to search out guests, or now guests coming to you? Because I know in the beginning I had to search out quite a bit or invite. But now I get a lot of calls like, hey, can I get on? I still reach out here and there, but we're booked for a long time. We talked about it. We're booked a long time in the summer. What do you think?
It's a mixture, right? I get people that want to come on the show, but I still hit people up, dude. I still do the grind of, hey, do you want to come on the podcast? Hey, do you want to do this? And I'll hit up every once in a while when I get too many, like, restaurant guys or guys that are doing it for a living. I'll go reach out to the backyard guys and I'll be like, hey, do you want to come on the podcast? And the weird thing is I get like this response, like, why do you want me on your podcast? And it's like, dude, I just want to chat barbecue with you. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to have a good time. And they're like, yeah, like, I'll reach out to people that have like, 200, 300, 400 followers. And I'll be like, come on the podcast. And they're like, what? Like, some people, like, I've had people tell me no.
Oh,
they're like, no, I don't want to come on it. Like, I'm not big enough for you. And I'm like, no, you're perfect. You want to come on the podcast?
I had to do the same thing. I've had people tell me no because of that stuff, or they're just shy or embarrassed or uncomfortable talking. And Booger 500 US, she's an air fryer queen. Like, all she does is air fryer stuff on me. Greatest person, one of my moderators. I love her to death. I seriously had to like bribe and beg and plead, and if we get this one, I will get you on, and make her feel completely comfortable. But once she got chatting and all that stuff, she loved it, and she became one of my moderators, and we even made her cry. It was such a touching moment. So I'm hoping we can make you cry at some point. So let us know if there's anything that that's touchy for you. Just so happy to be here.
You guys. No, you guys are awesome, and I love, and this show is fucking awesome. I'm having way too much fun. It shouldn't be legal.
I think it's funny that,
and I think the heart. Good.
I said I think it's funny that, and funny in a good way, funny, interesting that we have such a great following of people in there. I mean, I can tell you everybody's name on here. Like, people donating money just for shots and have a good time. They love hearing from Kent. They love hearing the guests. They tolerate me. It's a good time, and we do it every week. And so obviously sometimes twice a week. We did 3 1 week. That was an ass kicking right there.
Yeah. Who did we all have on that week? We had Baby Back Maniac, T-Roy, and Kenneth was there.
Yeah, Kenneth stopped by. Oh hell, I don't even remember. But it was a ball punch right there, man. We were beat down by the time it was done.
Fuck that. I should have went on vacation that week.
Yeah, you should have, definitely. So the 2 week is manageable, but the freaking 3 week won't happen again. We are not doing that. Can't say something until it goes on you.
All right, here you go, Josh and Babe, just so you can see it.
All right, so talking about Man Meat BBQ, is it a team? Is there more than just you doing it?
Yeah, now there is.
Okay, who is your team? I know your wife helps out with the business end of it.
So Amanda's the she's the parent of all of us because we're all children. We're all drunk little children.
We call Mrs. CJ the CFO of the
right. Yeah, somebody's got to whip us into shape. Fuck.
Seriously.
So Amanda deals with all the email stuff so that it's legible and it's not in my 5-year-old writing. And then Cowboy Kev, who's Kev on here, he's one of our bloggers. He's out of the East Coast. He's a great dude. He cooks on a beautiful lane and then a drum smoker. He's a great blogger. Kev, you owe me a blog, by the way. Just putting it out there. Don't want to,
Just throwing it out. It's cool.
Just throwing it out there. You haven't put one out there.
I hate to interrupt you guys, but our part-time employee who never shows up for fucking work.
I have one of those.
Yeah, his name's Chandler Lyle. Do we still owe him a shot?
No, I took it when you put it in.
No, but you owe a shot from before.
I did that one from before when I had to walk out. I thought I missed Chandler's. Well, anyway, here you go, Chandler. So you're not all butthurt. I'll do an extra one.
Yeah, we definitely don't want Chandler to feel butthurt.
Fuck. The way he cries and whines, Jesus.
I like when he cried on national television.
Yeah. I you know what, though? I cried.
Good for him.
When I watched it, the allergies hit me, too. It's a family. It's not so much Chandler. It's the family.
Oh, absolutely. No, I think his family's amazing. I've only gotten to meet him, which means that his family has to be amazing because I've met him.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's one of those things where I think when you run a family business like that, I know what it's like. I used to work for my dad. My dad's a great dude, but working for him is not the easiest thing in the world. Working for family in general is not fucking easy. But I digress to Man Meat BBQ. We have one more. We have another blogger whose name is Andy. Andy kind of learned how to smoke with us, so that was his blogging journey. And then every once in a while, my buddy Paul, who is the Big Blue Egg on Instagram, he's not necessarily part of the blog or the podcast, but he's part of the family. So when we do events and we do stuff like that, he's my right-hand guy. Like he's the dude that, like, if I know shit's gonna go down, he's the guy I'm calling. He's my sous chef. No. Like when I'm like, I know that I can't handle this cook, shit, I need Paul. Like that's the first person that I call.
That's awesome. And
if he can't do it, we're all fucked.
Sorry, we got someone on a crotch rocket.
Yeah, you know what? You live in SoCal. What can we say?
It just is what it is, man.
It's probably nice and 70 there.
It's beautiful. Today it started out pretty cloudy, but the rest of the day it's gorgeous. There's a house across the street, right? And it's the side of the house. My front of the house faces their side of the house going down the cul-de-sac. And the sun is literally shining right in that person's window. And it's reflecting into my... I need to get up and shut the blinds, but so far I'm not.
I think it makes you look pretty.
It's a good lighting.
I like it. But I would say Kev, and I digress to what I said before. I would say Kev would be my first call, but he's too far.
Yeah.
He's all the way up in Connecticut, and otherwise it'd be Paul and Kevin. That would be my right hand cooking friends.
Now, did you say vlog, like video vlog, or blog? Like
he does blogs, so he actually writes them.
Okay, and that's on the website, Man.
Yeah, the web on Man Meat BBQ. We have a blog. We also have a podcast link, so you can read about Kevin's barbecue life. He talks about the things that he does. He actually just started being the pit master at a restaurant up there. They're only doing barbecue like 1 or 2 days a week. It's fucking really, really cool. I'm really, really proud of him for that. It really is just watching him grow as a barbecue guy and as a pit master is just awesome. He's been doing barbecue for a long time. It's not like he got into barbecue because of me or anything like that, but we became friends through barbecue. And that dude's he's a fucking solid dude. He's a really good dude. Check him out. He's Wiley E Barbecue on Instagram. If you guys want to go follow somebody on Instagram, follow his shit. Don't follow me. He's way better than I am. He's way fucking cooler too. He's a really, really good dude. And me and him, we talk. I mean, I think I talk to him almost more than I talk to my wife. I talk to him every single day, all day long. We're really, really good friends. And he's one of those dudes. I share a lot of things with him, and we're able to connect on a really cool level as barbecue dudes. That sounds super gay. I'm really sorry, and anyone that's gay, I love you guys. But
there's nothing wrong.
It's one of those things where sometimes you need that, like Kent's shaking his head because it's such not a PC show. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys are going to lose followers because of me.
I see a couple more thumbs up in there, or thumbs down.
It's one of those things where, like, that dude's like a brother to me. And, I mean, if he was like, hey, bro, I need you to come out to fucking Connecticut and help me with this, I'd fucking be on a plane.
That's awesome. Delicious Gamilia, how you doing? Welcome. We're going to switch the subject a little bit. Speaking of your wife, I forgot to do this when we first started. She is more than welcome to come in and say hi and bring the baby in if you'd like.
The baby's so we're in the Midwest. It's 9 o'clock.
Right. The baby's asleep. Sorry.
Baby's asleep. Baby's knocked out. That sounds horrible. We did not drug her. We allowed her. I'm getting a little drunk. Sorry. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. I started drinking at 3:30 today.
Oh wow. So. At least you're just dealing with beer and not pounding the whiskey like Kent does. I used to pound a lot of whiskey, and it doesn't hang out with me anymore. Nice. All right, so you said earlier something about merch. You have obviously a merch store. We
have a merch store on the website,
or is it a whole different setup?
What was that?
You have it connected to your website as a link, or does it go to a different spot?
No, so it's all through our website.
Got it.
So if you go to our website, it's super simple, really easy. I'm gonna actually make something right now for all your listeners. I'm gonna make a discount code if you guys want to do it. I mean, if you do MMB fan, you'll save 10%. But here's what I'll do: if you do hot seat, all one word. Hold on. I need to learn how to do this again because I'm, I do this so infrequently. No.
So Jason, I hope you're listening to this because we need the link to Man Meat BBQ put in the chat and his code, which he's making up right now.
Yep, it'll be hot seat, all one word, right there. We will do hot seat from right now till May 25th, and it'll save you 25% off any merch you guys decide to get. So Hot Seat will save you 25% off any merch. You can get cool things like this, like a badass bison cup. It's like a Yeti, but it's better.
Nice.
It has my logo on it.
Well, that is freaking awesome.
Yeah, dude.
ManMeatBBQ.com, 25% off code. Hot Seat, good till May 25th. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Right.
If we need to go longer, we can.
When this is over, I'll also put it down below for the people watching the replay. It'll be
awesome, dude. Thank you.
Description. Yeah, I'll definitely head over there. I want to get some merch. What I really want is that shirt you got on. I want one that says CJ, and I need it in the XXX. So I'll figure that one out.
We'll figure that one out.
We'll figure it out. Kent needs one too. It needs to say Dutch. All right. See a couple more people jumped in the chat. See, Cooking with James, Bruce, Cooking with Men, Cooking for Men, or Food for Men. Sorry, Food for Men's in there. Guys, that's awesome. So hit that merch.
Wait, can I ask a question to the listeners?
Sure, go ahead.
So Food for Men, do you get shit for your name?
Food for Men. Well, I don't know. Bruce, tell us what you think. I know he also has a Facebook group too, and I am a part of one that's Gadget Cooking for Men, and it's really only men.
I'm just wondering, like, does he get shit? Like, we've gotten emails, and we don't get them quite anymore. Well, we got a lot at the beginning where it was, where's Woman Beats Barbecue? And I'm like, the URL's still available. Go create something on your own.
Do it yourself.
You know what I mean? Like, don't hate on me creating something.
No, that's awesome. Big Cat 305 says he's a double XL. Hey man, you gotta hit the gym. I mean the kitchen and feed yourself, son. All right, that's it for me right now. I'm gonna go ahead and give it back to Kent. I've seen a couple of questions on there. Easy Bake asked, "How do you spell your friend's YouTube channel name?" So we get out a link. Here's the first pin flip of the night. Wait for it.
No, it's in writing, asshole.
In writing.
It's
not the same. Easy Bake. Kevin just put it in there. You don't need to worry about it.
I just write down a 4 fucking paragraph question from Easy Bake, and you got to spew it out in 3 seconds.
Is it really?
Why am I even here?
You're here to look pretty.
Writing.
Jesus.
Kent, you just look pretty. That's what you're here for.
I told you he's the eye candy.
Somebody gotta be.
Mikey, have another beer. The more you drink, the cuter I get.
Damn right.
That's what they all say. Cheers, boys.
All right. Now that. Hey, why don't you mute yourself, dummy?
Oh, shit.
All right. Your buddy Chandler wants to know. He says, "Can you tell us about the meeting, the visit you had with the certified Angus beef people?"
Yeah, absolutely. So we got asked to go out for the barbecue summit for certified Angus beef. So when I got asked to go out there, and they told me the people that were going to go out there, I asked them why I was coming out. That was my first question. I'm like, you're having Kris Lilly, Dr. Barbecue, Amy Mills, Fox Boys. You got guys from Swig and Swine. I'm like, why am I here? And then we look even deeper, and it's like the guys from Dinosaur Barbecue are there. Saddleback Barbecue are there. There's a bunch of dudes from Texas that were there, and sorry, I can't remember everyone's name that was there. And I'm just like, why am I here? Like, it's just like, this doesn't add up. But we had such an amazing time. We got to take apart a fourth of a cow. We got to learn how all the muscles go together, where all the muscles come from, where all the cuts come from, how to take them out of the cow, what you're looking for, how to know, sloppy butcher work and all that kind of stuff. And it was just so much fun. And getting to hang out with all these people was just, it was just amazing. I got to finally meet Learning to Smoke. I got to meet Girls Can Grill. I had an amazing time. I got to hang out with Anthony from Swig and Swine, who's just such an amazing dude. And then when we got the last day, we got to cook with all these people. We got to create our own dishes and all that kind of fun stuff. And it was just so amazing at how barbecue dudes just come together. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just, you're a barbecue guy. You like barbecue. Awesome. You're part of the family. Thank you so much. Let's keep going. You know what I mean? And that's how I am with the community. I love everyone that cooks barbecue. I mean, I give people shit for being on Traegers or being on pellet cookers. I know I do. But if you're barbecuing, dude, and that's the way you end up going with it, then fuck yeah, dude, you're creating barbecue. I'll never call you a pit master, but you can create some good barbecue. You'll never get smoked like my fucking Mixon gets in there, but you'll get some good fucking barbecue. And if that feeds your family and they enjoy it, then fuck yeah, keep doing it. But we do some amazing, we were able to do some amazing stuff there. We cooked on some big green eggs. We cooked on a Southern Pride. I did not touch the Southern Pride. It has a gas assist.
Is that what Chandler cooks on? Southern Pride?
He's got a couple Southern Prides.
Okay, just
they're beautiful $20,000 easy bake ovens.
Yeah, they are convection ovens.
They're fucking beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Can you run them like a stick burner? No, because you can't shut the fucking gas off. But I mean, I get it. I understand it. I understand if you're running numerous locations and you're trying to be a restaurant mogul. I get it. You can't be at every fucking restaurant every time of the day. I get it. I'm a control freak.
Quit kissing Chandler's ass right now. That's
hey, Kev, your boy Kevin, Cowboy Kevin, as we call him.
Yeah, Cowboy Kev.
He says you need more alcohol. He dropped the $20 super chat. So,
woo! Kev, I love you.
God damn it.
How do you really feel, Mikey? That's funny.
The thing is, like, I don't hold my tongue when it comes to anything, and it's gotten me in trouble with a couple people. It's gotten me, taken off of events, and that's fine. If you don't want me at your event, you don't have to have me. But I promise you this: I will always tell you how I feel, drunk or sober.
There you go. Get after it and let them know where they're at, right? The kettle cooker says, you can turn off the gas to an old hickory.
And no, maybe an old hickory, but a Southern Pride, I don't believe you can on a Southern Pride.
My local butcher down the road has a Southern Pride on a trailer, and yeah, he's got to have the gas assist. But
I believe it's a safety thing, if I'm not wrong. And I do know, like, I talked to a couple people from LA County that have a couple restaurants in LA. And LA will not allow you to go a stick burner. They just won't. The health department won't let it happen because they're too worried that those sticks will burn out, and then the cooker will drop to under safety, and unfortunately they won't allow it. And you know what? If it's a health department thing, dude, I deal with health departments every fucking day of my life. Now I totally understand it. So I give props to the people that, have to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
The problem is you're dealing with California. Ice water falls under Proposition 65.
Oh, here we go again.
In California to cause cancer. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, you guys are a very liberal state. What can I say?
Yep. Our favorite liberal moderator is Josh from Josh and Babe. He drives a Prius, and he's a cop, so he should know about it. Chandler just dropped a $20 super chat in there for your down payment towards your automatic smoker, and he says you'll have one within 24 months of starting your business. So here's to that. Hey, Nate Dog from White Thunder Barbecues in the house. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
All right.
And Keith Bettag just said goodnight. Keith, take care, brother.
Chandler, I bet I won't have one.
Oh, hey, Chef Johnny from Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine is in the house. How you doing, Chef Johnny? Good to see you, brother. Thanks again for the super chats, guys. Never expected, but always appreciated. So definitely dig it. Go ahead, Kent. Get back to it, baby.
Well, thank you. Gary from GT's Barbecue. He says, let's get this out of the way. Thin or thick crust pizza?
Thin. I'm a thin crust pizza guy. I really like that super thin, super crunchy South Side crust. Here's the weird thing about pizza in Chicago. Everyone thinks Chicago is deep dish pizza. More deep dish is found on the north side than it is on the south side. So if you go to the south side, it's thin crust pizza, and they're cut in little squares. They're fantastic. They're way better. You got to go there. So if you're in Chicago, don't fucking go to one of the stupid fucking places unless you're going to Pequod's. Pequod's is awesome. But otherwise, go to a south side pizza place. They will cut you up these beautiful pizzas. They're super thin. They're super thin crust, and they're super crunchy, and they're amazing. That's my input.
So we got south side and north side in that.
Yeah.
We've just managed to offend everybody nice, so we're cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Good pizza pie is good pizza pie.
That's it. If it tastes good, it's going in my gut, dude. That's all it is.
I prefer a thin crust because usually when you eat one piece of deep dish, you feel like you're gonna die.
Well, if
sorry, Ken.
All right, whatever, CJ.
Love you.
All right. Kettle Cookers wants to know, Mikey, how do we get people to stop telling people to cook to a certain temp instead of tenderness on social media?
I don't know, dude. I got a lot of shit for that. I was I'm still a big advocate. You got to cook to temp and tenderness. So at a certain point, I will, when I start doing like my briskets and stuff like that with my thermopen eventually becomes a giant toothpick, right? So I will hit, I'll make sure I hit like 190, 195, and then I'm just looking for that buttery feel, right? And I want to feel that brisket kind of falling, kind of melting for me and getting to where I really want it to be. And if it's not where I want it to be, I let that temperature go a little bit higher, right? But I think the hardest thing that most people don't understand when they first get into barbecue is when you look at all these other recipes in the world, they give you this temperature that everything should be done at, and they give this clean cut. They give the okay, so you put it in your oven at 325 for 15 to 27 minutes or an internal temperature of X, Y, and Z, and that's when it's done. Man, barbecue's not that way. Barbecue is it was a poor person's meal, right? There were no fucking gadgets, there was no gauges, there was no there was no way to really tell. They knew they were going low and slow because they kept those coals lower, but to an extent of what degree they were cooking at, most of those fucking dudes had no idea. And some of these dudes that are still cooking today have no fucking idea because they're going off the grate temperature when they're using some kind of thermometer that's sitting on the grate, and if they're not doing that, they're going off the dome temperature. Your dome temperature is fucking wrong half the time. So make sure when you tend your fire, look at it, learn what a fire at 225 degrees feels like on your hand, and learn what a fire at 500 degrees feels like on your hand. It's not going to be a fun learning experiment, but guess what? Once you feel that hit, you're going to go, okay, cool. I know that if I leave my hand here for this many seconds, I'm right about here. And that's really how most barbecue guys learned how to cook.
You know, and let me interrupt real quick because there's a comment in the chat. Lady Q competition, Sylvie Curry says it perfectly. It's done when it's done.
That's true.
And right. We talked about it. You know, Kid and I, we interviewed Harry Sue, and he's talked about how some people do it this way, some people do that way, and they have a 3-hour fist fight of the better, proper way of doing it. But it's as simple as the way she put it right there. It's done when it's done. Move on.
And you can't. Oh, like, and the thing is, I was actually just with Harry Sue. We did a Weber cooking class. First time I got to meet Harry. Harry, if you're listening to this, if you ever listen to this, dude, you are amazing. I loved hanging out with you. You know more about barbecue. You've probably forgotten more about barbecue than I fucking know.
It's true.
But getting to sit on a panel with him is just fucking amazing, by the way. And it's the scariest thing ever. And I answered a question, he answered it. I'm like, well, fuck. I'm glad that I gave my answer before that one.
It's just
I don't want to follow that shit.
Media of knowledge.
Oh yeah.
He's I went to his house to do the hot seat and did a little collaboration, and it was like just a ball of energy and just kept going, and he knew so much, and he wanted to teach me, but he also wanted to do it, and it was just insane.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was one of the best experiences of my life for sure.
But it's one of those things, like you said, though. But
hey, T-Roy.
At the same time, each brisket finishes at a different temperature.
Yes, sir.
Each pork butt feels soft at a different temperature.
Right. They're all different muscles and different animals and different cities from different farms, cooked at different altitudes and all that shit. So there's tons of differences there.
Yep.
So,
it's not baking. Sorry.
Like
barbecue is more of an art than it is a science.
Yep, for sure. It's done when it's done, and that's my favorite saying. I'm gonna hold on to that tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel you with that.
Yeah. All right, Kent, go ahead, buddy.
All right. Cooking with Cultural Creations was asking, Mikey, put out there, what is your podcast name again?
The podcast is Man Meat BBQ. You can find it on, like I said, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Play. And then Stitcher feeds it to a couple other small Android apps. And I don't mean small, sorry, but it just some of the non as known podcast feeders. I should say it that way.
There you go. All right. Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin, who was in the chat earlier, I believe. Oh, no, he's still here. Said he had just subbed to your channel to let you know.
Thank you so much.
And I know you covered it earlier, but he wasn't in the chat yet. He wanted to know where you're from and what is your favorite fast food burger.
I am from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a Chicagoan. Sorry, that's what we are. I don't care that I live in the burbs now. I'm a heart and soul Chicagoan. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and my favorite fast food burger is In-N-Out Burger.
Good man. There he is.
Sorry, I mean, dude, nothing beats a double-double. Sorry, there's nothing that fucking beats that.
I don't have Whataburger, Shake Shack, anything around here. I ate at a Shake Shack in Florida.
You know what? I don't think Shake Shack holds anything to a double-double.
Oh, wow. I love it. Shots fired.
I'm just being honest.
Dude, I'm a Southern California boy. In-Out is what I grew up with. It's what I know. You know, I've had Five Guys. I've tried Whataburger. It's In-N-Out. That's what it's all about.
Dude, In-N-Out, they set the bar so fucking high. Just can't catch it, man. You can't catch it.
That's funny. All right, kid. Shake it off, buddy.
Oh, no, there's about 8 more thumbs down in the chat now. All right.
Clearly, they've never eaten In-N-Out Burger.
There's a lot of people saying In-N-Out Burger and stuff. So I think it's what you're used to and what's around. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that could be a mixture of that too, is I can't get In-N-Out Burger regularly, right? So it's whenever I go to the West Coast that I can get In-N-Out Burger.
Right.
So then it makes it more special.
Okay.
Shit, I'm gonna have it tomorrow night for dinner.
All right. Pit Life Barbecue wants to know, does it blow you away when you see where some of your podcast listeners are from?
Yeah, it definitely does. When we look at some of the analytics and when we look at people that are downloading us in the Middle East or people that are in Australia or New Zealand, or we have a couple listeners from China, apparently. And we have a couple people from India. It's just, it's insane to me that somebody is listening to me across the world. Like it just fucking baffles me completely.
That is awesome.
That is cool.
No, it's terrifying.
Well, we the YouTube community, and I'm sure he'll start following you too, has Nigel. And Nigel is the greatest YouTube supporter of all. And he'll obviously it's late in the UK right now or early, so he'll jump on and he'll catch the replay and usually make a comment below and he'll listen to it. And let me tell you how nice of a guy Nigel is. He actually sent me PayPal money for Grady. My son just beat cancer, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, so he sent him some pounds in UK pounds.
Yeah, and
said, what a great kid, way to push through. Cheers to you, and buy something nice. Go get a toy, whatever it is. So that's what kind of supporter he is, and that this guy doesn't know us, but he supports us all. We'll jump in these live chats, comment on the videos, send money like that. It's just amazing, awesome feeling for sure.
Yeah, no, it just shows that it's a true family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you'll do anything for anybody.
Yeah. So it shows you that barbecue, even cooking, brings people together. No matter what kind of bullshit is out in the world, or whether you lean right or left or whatever, food and barbecue squashes all that bullshit. So.
Well, I mean, look at it in general, as you say, just say food, right? I've never met a chef in my life that hasn't been one of the coolest fucking people ever.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, you obviously haven't met Chef Johnny.
Oh, damn.
Oh, sorry, Chef.
I've never met Chef Johnny. Sorry, but
go ahead, buddy.
I've had friends that chef friends, and we're out hanging out. It's 9:30, 10:30 at night, and I'm like, we really need this for the catering company. He's like by tomorrow. And it's like, no, I don't need it. But like, I'm pretty sure we can find it before tomorrow morning. And it's like, no, dude, it's like 11 o'clock at night. There's no way. He's like, hold on, I'll call one of my buddies. And like, dude, these guys are willing to wake people up. It doesn't fucking matter. It's just that when you're a chef, and I'm the same way with my friends. It's like, it'll be like 11 o'clock at night, and they're like, we need this. I'm like by tomorrow. Like, do we need to start calling in favors? But that's the community, and it's. I always say it, like, it's really funny when people are like, "What's it like working in kitchens?" I'm like, "What's it like being with a bunch of degenerates?" Like, that's what we like. I'm sorry, that's what I am. Like, I'm a degenerate. I cook for a living, dude. Like, what some people don't understand is the way that my company works is we do a lot of pop-ups, we do a lot of caterings and stuff like that. So there's times where I'm up at 1 a.m. starting my cook.
Right.
And we start our cook at 1, and we're not a big company, so we don't have a lot of people that can do stuff for us. So if we have service at 3 o'clock, guess who's working service? I am. And I'll work from 3 to 7 or 3 to 8. So I started at 1 a.m. It's now 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Where we're wrapping up. You figure out how long of a fucking day that is.
Oh, dude, that's tough, man. But obviously,
you know what I mean?
The reward's there for you, and it drives you, I'm sure.
Dude, when somebody comes up to you and they're like, "This is the best, pulled pork. This is the best rib. This is the best brisket I've ever had," you're like, 1 a.m.'s not that bad.
No, not at all. All right, before you ask your next question, Phil, Daddy Cooks is in the chat. welcome home, brother. Glad you made it back from parts unknown. Glad you made it back safe and sound. I'm sure all your lovely ladies in your life are excited for you to be back. And so, Phil, don't forget we got our Chipino collab. Whenever you're ready, let's do this. And Kid's dying over there for some strange reason. Hey,
Oh God.
what I miss?
Chandler. Let me find it. Chandler said if you get one of them automatic feed smokers, you can get some sleep at night. Oh, that's hilarious, Chandler.
Oh, that's awesome, Chandler.
And,
You know, Chandler, you know, you make a solid point. But then maybe somebody wouldn't come up to me and tell me these are the best ribs they've ever had.
well, probably not. All right. If you're looking for small YouTubers on your podcast, both Easy Bake Barbecue and Pickles Barbecue have volunteered their services to help you.
Guys, we would love to have you on. If you can email us at manmeatsbbq@gmail.com. Send us an email. Amanda will get you in the list and get you on the show.
Just that easy.
That, like, honestly, that's what it is. It's really that easy. And you asked, I know, CJ, I know you asked the question earlier, like, am I still looking for people? Am I not? And I know I said, like, we are still kind of reaching out to people, but when we go to events and we talk to people and we hang out with people, it just kind of comes up and they're like, oh, you have a podcast. Cool. How do we get on it? And it's like, okay, cool. Well, let's set it up this way. And then we start going that route. But it's just, sometimes it's just as easy as sending us a DM or sending us an email. If you also send us a DM on Instagram, I can give you that email again to make your life a little bit easier. If you don't want to write it down right now, or if you've been drinking, I understand.
All right. It's Man Meat BBQ, no S, right?
The email is meats. So
okay.
The email actually has an S. I messed that up while setting up the email.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
Yeah, Jason posted the email link in the chat.
Yeah.
Correctly, like Mike said it, not like you tried correctly.
Well, as we talked about it, Mike, young Michael there has been drinking quite a bit. I just wanted to make sure our ready guest put the right word.
No, I agree with you.
See, there you go. I'm about to pin flip. You can't.
You can't flip me. You ain't tall enough, shorty.
Whatever. Bring
All
it.
right. Chicken fried barbecue, Mikey. Excuse me. I know you addressed this earlier, but he wanted to know if you were associated with the Man Meat BBQ comp team.
We are not. I think they're kind of mad about the name. Once again, I'm really sorry. We did not steal your name. I thought about it all on my own. I didn't know you existed. And when I Google searched, you didn't exist, at least to Google. So you didn't exist in my life because I didn't know about you guys. But I'm very happy you guys are around. If you ever want to come on the show, please, we'll interview. Man Meat BBQ will interview Man Meat BBQ competition team. Come on the show. Let's hang out. Let's chat. It'll be great.
There you go. One thing about it, if you're going to put Charlie on the podcast, make sure you have the volume turned all the way up.
Okay.
Damn.
Is Charlie from Man Meat BBQ?
Have your booze ready.
Pickles barbecue.
Pickles.
He talks soft.
Is he a soft talker?
Half the time, yeah.
Have plenty of booze ready too.
Yeah, you need two handles of Crown if Charlie's coming on. All right. Jimmy Q wants to know when are more pinup stickers going to be in stock?
We are going to. Are the pinup stickers not in stock anymore? Did those sell fully out? That's a great question. Let me. I thought we still had a couple of those. Did those sell out? They are sold out. Shit. Okay. So thank you for letting me know. I will reorder those, and they will be in stock in the next week. And if you want to get a pinup sticker and it's not in stock before this promo code goes out, email us and I will give you a different one. You'll get the exact same promo code, or you get the same, you get 25% off.
He doesn't have time to order more stickers. He's got too much Q to smoke at 1 a.m.
Hey, Texas style barbecue and cuisine chef Johnny said, "Be careful about pickles. He'll also eat your heart out."
Oh yeah,
that sounds great. Like emotionally, it sounds fast.
No, literally. We had a subscriber that would always ask this question and made me feel terribly uncomfortable. But he would always say, if you were stuck on a deserted island with CJ, what part of CJ would you eat to survive, whether I'm alive or dead or whatever? And most people say my rump or shoulder, whatever. And
your ass.
No, I don't want you to eat my ass. But anyway, Pickle straight up said, "I'd eat your heart." You would grab my heart out, my beating heart, and just take a bite out of it. So
that's pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah. I mean, it's got protein, I guess.
Shane says, Pickles has a little white puppy in a well. Just saying. All right. One last question for you, Mikey. Brisket, low and slow, hot and fast. Which one?
What am I cooking on?
A comp.
What kind of cooker though am I cooking on?
Well, the reason this question was asked is because your main
cooker is the Myron Mixon. In the Myron Mixon, we're going hot and fast. We're going hot and fast on the Myron Mixon because that cooker allows you to do that. That cooker keeps so much moisture in that chamber that fucking brisket ain't drying out.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. So like to me, it depends on the cooker. If you're cooking on an old school stick burner, yeah, you want to go low and slow because you want to keep that moisture level there. But if I'm cooking on something that's pumping fucking moisture in there, come on.
Uh-huh.
There's no reason for me to babysit a. I'm sure Chandler's probably bitching right now. He's like, yeah, well, if you had a fucking Southern Pride, you wouldn't have to babysit it at all.
Well, he hasn't put that in there yet, but I'm waiting for it. So, Phil Daddy Cucks, I love your answer there. That's hilarious. He said, smoked, what did he say? Smoked CJ's taint.
CJ's taint.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I'd eat your leg.
There you go. See, that's
like the lower half of it.
Answer. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, hold on. Wait, Chandler just texted me.
Oh, no.
Try ass crackpot brisket.
Shots.
All right. Mikey, that is all I have for you right now. We're an hour and 40 minutes in. How you hanging on there, brother?
Dude, I'm on for the ride.
All right.
A great time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to check with you at the hour.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to do your fucking job when you don't do it.
Hey, you just got a vacation. You just need to simmer down.
I'm out
now.
Later,
simmer down. All right. Wow, dude, that's. You and Chandler. Chandler, let me know if you want to come on while we're live. We'll just have a throwdown right now. Automatic smoker versus stick burner. We're bringing the heat. All right. Let's kind of ask your home cooking, home barbecuing. What is your favorite thing to smoke, grill, eat, whatever?
I go through phases, right? I think all of us go through phases where we're like, shit, I really want to cook this. I really want to cook that. And right now I'm really getting into spare ribs again.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
I don't know why. I think it's because it's a shorter cook. I can do it relatively pretty quick, right? If 4.5 hours is relatively quick.
Well, yeah, truthfully. The grand relative, in the grand scheme of things, yeah. So that's what you're digging on right now. Is there something that your people, like your wife, whatever, they have a favorite thing you like to make?
Yeah, she hates ribs. So
not short ribs, got it.
So we don't make a lot of spare ribs because she just fucking doesn't like them. But she really enjoys beef ribs, mainly because we don't want to do a whole brisket as the two of us, because it's so much fucking food. You know what I mean? So we like doing the brisket on a stick. Everyone loves a great ribeye. I do some pretty badass barbecue meatballs.
Oh, right on.
Which are pretty rowdy. What was that?
Have you done a video for that yet?
I have not. That's coming up.
Dude, I want to see that because I've been, I'd say itching to do balls, but I've been wanting to do some smoked meatballs on one of the smokers out there. And
yeah, dude, they're fantastic. And then if you freeze them, you can kind of go through it where it's like, oh, tonight we're doing pasta. Let's do smoked meatballs with it.
Right.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I see. Chef Johnny made a comment about we're talking about great YouTube supporters. Jacqueline and Dad, they're both great supporters. They email me. They hit me up on Facebook all the time and comment on my videos. So it's true. Chef, you're correct too. Another group of great. Oh, freaking Dutch just put hashtag CJ loves balls.
I mean, maybe he does. It's not your fault, CJ.
It's not my fault. It's how I roll. And I'm okay with it. I'm proud of myself, damn it. All right, go-to drink. Well, what do you say you don't mess with the whiskey anymore? Is there anything?
I don't mess with whiskey. Go-to alcohol drink is gin and tonic. If I have to go to beer, if I want to drink a lot of it, Coors Light. I'm a very simple creature. If not, I really like Spotted Cow. But that's a little hard to get in Illinois. We gotta cross the border up north and get up there.
All right. Now the gin and tonic is actually my go-to during the day while the sun's out. Besides fruity slushy drinks, which I love, by the way, gin and tonic is my afternoon drink. So, what gin are you using?
I like Beefeater.
All right. Now, can I introduce you or interest you in?
I would love you to.
Hendrick's gin.
Hendrick's is awesome.
Yep, Hendrick's
is awesome.
You can see it just.
Yep.
There.
Oh, I see the bottle.
Yeah,
I see that bottle. It might be turned around, but I still know what bottle it is.
I'm not sponsored. So I'm not.
Yeah, but that sapphire right there. Hold on, that sapphire right there's label out.
Someone left that here, and it just ended up on my bar cart. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, no, Hendrick's is awesome.
Crown's
a little bit of Crown. There's some Jameson there. Yeah. I'm just proving the fact that I'm an alcoholic.
Who the freak left this? Elderflower liqueur. I don't know what I'm going to do this, but I'm sure I'm going to make a video with it.
You're going to figure it out.
I will figure it out. It looks like a pretty bottle. I mean, hell. All right. So, all right. Gin and tonic.
Did Kent leave us? Did he just peace out?
Kent probably dealing with some neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Daddy Cooks. Phil from Daddy Cooks. Phil is OG. He's one of the godfathers. Him and T. Roy Cooks are the godfathers of YouTube cooking. He says, gin and tonic is fantastic for my daughters, you Nancy's.
I won't fully disagree with him.
Yeah,
it is a total girl.
I'll own it. Daddy Cooks is a Doors white label, and that's all he needs to know right there. So I'm cool with some Doors. I just want to order it. I just wanted to order it. No big deal. If anybody got what movie that is from, I'll give you a gold star. Let's see. Easy Bake. Do I have an affiliate link for the 8-quart Ninja Foodie? I don't, but I could put one together right quick. Why do I need that? I have one for the 6 and the 6. Can
I run and grab another beer?
Yeah, please. Go
ahead.
Okay?
I will be right back, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Kent, how you doing over there, buddy?
I'm doing great. Fuck
Where
off.
are you?
I'm doing my job.
I don't see you. This is freaking me out, buddy.
You're all right.
Did you fall?
No?
Do we need to call 911?
You know,
Have you fallen and can't get up?
no, Jim, I'm not on the floor.
Down goes Frazier.
No, I'm not Messy Mike either.
Okay.
No, I didn't pull a Josh either and try to hit my head on a grill on the way down.
Nice.
Shut up, Josh.
Josh, Kent's on the floor. No, Josh, you were on the floor, buddy.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Yeah, kettle cooker is that magical point of needing a beer and a piss during the hot seat. It happens.
Right here, Phil.
Let's see here. So
yeah, you never hit the grill.
this is
Not that good a shot, Josh. Josh gonna hit that grill with his fucking service revolver.
oh, see.
Or moose knuckle on the table.
And
No.
hit the grill. It's true. He never hit the grill. Jason, why do I need that? You want me to put the link in the chat or something? Talk to me, Jason.
Joe.
Easy bake. It can wait, no rush. No, I did not go to sleep. I'm looking for the. Oh, we're back with our guest.
Shane,
I'm a horrible guest, aren't I? Leave.
Shane said I'm looking for my cockroach. Well,
That sounds dirty.
if you look at the cup Shane gave me, this is all etched.
Ooh.
And he actually put a cockroach on the very bottom of the cup on the inside.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. There's other things, but I'm not going to bring that up. Hashtag sip from the tip, right, Shane?
I don't want to know where this is going.
I'll show you. Hold on.
Phil said he's not even drunk yet, and he loves us. You said not yet.
You're probably not going to be able to see this, but on the inside, all the way around, Shane had etched Franken beans.
Okay.
It's a full bowl. It's
Yeah.
it's the bowl and
Yeah.
everything in there. So he's like laughing about it, thinking it's funny.
You just like putting your mouth on it.
Well, I'm just wondering why all my drinks taste salty. That's all.
Ew.
Mikey about spit up back in his glass.
This has gone off the rails. This is not okay.
I thought that's what the show's for.
You started this shit.
This is a barbecue cooking interview show. What are you guys doing?
Okay, you go ahead and ask a couple more questions.
I bring out the best in people.
But I got somebody at the door.
Okay, cheers. All right, let's see. We had talked about go to drink. Okay, kind of talking about YouTube right now. These are the questions I have. Actually, the fun questions. All right.
Yeah.
This is one that I always like to ask, and it's all play. So people in the chat, they'll put their answers into.
Cool.
But if Hollywood were going to make a movie about Mikey, his podcast, his YouTube channel, barbecue fame, who's playing Mikey on the big screen?
Who do I want to play me, or who's going to actually play me? Because I think those are two different answers, right?
All right, well, hey, you know what? Give ball.
I think I would want. I'll say who I think would play me. I think that I would get maybe like. This is a hard CJ. This is fucking hard.
It's a tough question. So why are you thinking we got Jack Black a couple times?
Jack Black. I think Jack Black would actually play me. People have told me that I look like Jack Black, so I'm gonna go with that one. I think Jack Black or God, what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? He was in the movie Chef. If anyone can help me out,
Johnny Favreau.
Yeah, that's who I think I would want to play me.
Daddy Cook said Fat Thor from In-Game. Totally gonna be my Halloween costume this year. Spanky, Silent Bob from Jay and Silent Bob. I can see that.
Oh, dude, yes.
Cookie Big Cat 305, Seth Rogen.
I'm okay with that.
I can see it. Dan Fogler. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Bobcat, Goldthwait, Gothwait, whatever. All right. Okay, so that's who you think would play. Who do you want to play? Yeah.
Roger. Yeah, Roger. Chandler's no longer throwing shit in the chat. He's just texting it now.
Hey, Chandler, don't do the private shit. Put it on the chat. Come on.
Maybe Chandler Lyles can play you on MSNBC.
Maybe I'll be cool enough to be on that one day. But yeah, no, I would love the guy either who once again my mind's blanking, who played Chef. That'd be fucking fantastic. That's he's one of my favorite actual actors, and I know that I can't remember his name. I'm horrible with names. I like faces. Yeah, John. Yeah, fantastic human.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, Silent Bob.
Kevin Smith would be great.
Daddy Cook said Adam Richmond from Man vs. Food.
No, that dude lost a ton of weight. He's not fat like me anymore.
I think he got fat again.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he lost a bunch of weight.
No, he did. And then he got in some trouble, lost his show, and then gained some weight.
I don't know.
I'm
hitting those ice. I don't know. That ice cream was hard.
Whatever. All right. Next question. Thanks for the people in the chat playing along. Pickle said I drank like crud while he was on. It's true. Literally, where's that crown? I pulled this out and just straight to the head. Every time he'd answer, every time Pickles would answer a question, it was a solid, 45-minute question. I just started drinking. Love you, Pickles, but yeah, he knows I drank heavily. Let's see here. All right, here's a question that's gonna make you think. Do you watch a lot of YouTube now that you're a part of it?
I watched a lot of YouTube before I was a part of it, and I think I watch more now that I'm a part of it. And I'm trying to figure out, not that I'm trying to figure out how to make my videos. I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get better at it and not look like such a dumbass on camera. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I think with the podcast, I don't have to see myself when I'm editing, so then I feel better.
All right, well, here's the question, okay? 3 channels you watch, okay? 1 big, 1 small, and 1 you think should be bigger.
Okay. The big one that I watch right now is a tie. So I have 2 really big ones that I watch. So I watch How to Barbecue Right with Malcolm Reed, great dude. He was actually in Worcester too. Sorry, I forgot to mention you. He's a fantastic human. I love that guy. He's just a great dude. And then I also watch Frono's Photo. And I know that's not a food podcast or anything like that, but it is a heavily photography-based podcast, and that's something that I nerd out into. So that's something that I watch. Medium size White Thunder Barbecue, if you've ever heard of them. I watch their channel.
Nate Dogg.
I enjoy them. And a channel that I think needs to be bigger, Chandler Lyles.
All right, there you go.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm actually trying to get Nate on the hot seat. We're trying to work.
Yeah, dude, that'd be a fucking great one.
Yeah, the logistics of trying to get him on. He has a little hard time with the timing of it, but I definitely want to get him on for sure. So Nate Dogg, if you're in there, get at me. I actually have an opening that just came up today, so let's see if we can work that out, Nate. All right. If you could cook with anybody in history, alive or dead, barbecue, cook with, whatever.
Anybody in history, live or dead? Marco Pierre White.
I have no idea who that is.
Who?
Marco Pierre White was the youngest ever Michelin-starred chef.
All right, cool.
And he had this famous quote where it was I don't know if it was a quote or if it was just more of a saying. Like people were like, "You look like you're on drugs," and he goes, "No, I'm just giving it my all, and that's the only thing I know how to do, and giving it my best, and that's why I look strung out." And I to me that's just like, to me that's true passion. It's like, I'm going to do this whether it fucking kills me or not. And then the other one, I'm going to have to give you two answers here. The other one, which I'm going to make happen one day soon, eventually, is the Brooklyn Pit Rat. My boy Nestor up in New York. That dude, I've had his cooking. I've eaten his cooking. He's just such an amazing barbecuer. I just want to be able to go and cook with him. Like I want to be his sous chef for a week, and I want him to. I don't know if I even want to be a sous chef. I want to be his line cook. I just want him to fucking put me through the ringer and just have a great time with him.
I dig it. That's very cool, man. All right. Still got 40-some in the chat. Very cool. That's great for a Monday, by the way, Mikey. 40 people.
Awesome, dude.
In the chat. You know, people aren't used to having the Monday hot seat. And I know James from In the Clan of Smokers is live right now, too. So he probably has a few people that are normally in here, too.
That are stealing.
No big deal. It happens. All right. Not that we hope you're dying or dead or going to murder anybody, but what would your last meal be?
Last meal. Barbecue burnt ends.
All right. Sounds good.
I mean, good, like
pork or beef?
Beef, but
all right.
Really good, nice, thick, fucking, just great Wagyu burnt ends.
That's awesome. I did it.
You might. I mean, if you're going out, you might as well go, right?
Yeah, hey, why not? All right, so basically I have one question left. We're going on 2 hours now, so it's kind of as we start winding down a little bit. I have one question left, but Kent, go ahead and ask the last few questions you got.
All right. Mikey Easy Bake Barbecue wants to know, are you subscribed to the Myron Mixon barbecue box?
Am I subscribed to it? No. I'm not subscribed to it.
If he's a sponsor.
I'm on his pro team, so I get a good amount of stuff from him. He's a great dude. I love him. Myron, you're probably not watching the show because
Myron's got probably one of my followers.
Other shit to do in your life. You're a busy motherfucker. But he's a great dude. He really is. And anyone that's seen him on TV, man, dude, he's not like yes, he can be an asshole. But I think we all can be assholes. And he is just, I think people take his straight shootingness for being an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a great fucking dude, and I love him.
One of my buddies was up at a KCBS cook in Wisconsin, I think last year.
Yep.
Myron was there, and he came around to them. And he says, "Can I just hang with you guys and have a beer with you for a little while?" He says, "I'm sick of taking pictures."
Yeah.
So my buddy Mark, the first thing he does is, "Sure, can I have a picture with you though?" He did it, so that's awesome.
You got to give him a little bit of shit. Yeah, come on.
Oh yeah, he's a normal guy like anybody else. He just barbecues a lot better than most.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer. And if I'm not giving you shit, it means I don't like you.
Exactly.
Well, you must love Chandler.
I love fucking Chandler. I'll give him shit all day long.
All right. Bill at Chicken Fried Barbecue wants to know, are there any cons to the Myron Mixon water cooker?
Depends on where you live in the country. So the con to the Myron Mixon water cooker is you have to have water supplied to it, correct? So if you live in Chicago, Illinois, where it gets negative fucking 15 degrees, here's the con. Water freezes at 32 degrees. Yes. So that means your hose will fucking freeze when it's that cold. That's going to be your con. You're going to have to start filling it manually. Right. So instead of just letting that water flow all the way, you're going to have to fill it manually. And that is a con to that smoker, but it's not a deal breaker for me. It's just, I mean, you're throwing sticks in about every half an hour when you're that cold anyways, to hold your temperature, only because, I mean, fuck, when the air's negative 2 degrees, CJ can tell you exactly what it's like to cook in that weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 65. Negative 2
right?
in the Midwest is like 65 in California.
Listen, you say that, but we were Mother's Day yesterday. Ken and I were talking about it before you called me, and me and my brother were sitting around a house of cigars, bullshitting out some whiskey. And he's like, well, what is Mrs. CJ doing while you guys are living the life of Riley over there? I'm like, I took a picture of her in the hammock. Okay, last night when he called me, it was about 65 degrees or so. She had one of the kids go in and get a blanket because she was cold outside on the hammock at 65 degrees.
Dude, 65 degrees, I'm super happy. Like, it's fucking great.
Well, it's 72 here today. I'm mowing the lawn and nothing but Speedo. Come on.
I mean, I bet you look sexy.
Hey, you see Chandler's comment?
Yeah. You know what never freezes? An automatic smoker.
Chandler? Chandler, what happens if you run out of propane? Now what, Chandler? Oh, wait, you're attached to natural gas. I get it. What happens if the power goes out?
Generator.
What if he doesn't have a generator?
I'll borrow mine.
But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that are like, well, my cooker goes whatever. Yeah, what happens if the power goes out? All I need is a fucking 5-gallon bucket of water.
All right, so we get it.
Chandler says Mikey is not a company man.
Johnny Maggs just said CJ was saying that at 6:30 a.m. that on the pit was too early. I got up at 6:30 Sunday to put my brisket on, and I snapped at some of these guys, and I'm like, it is way too freaking early. I got up at like 5:30, got down, set up the brisket, set up the smoker by 6, and I'm getting coffee and just dragging ass. I'm never up that early. All them guys are like, just rookie over here.
So we did a cook probably 2 weeks ago, and it's fucking May, right? So it should be nice.
Right.
And it was 65 degrees the day before, and then it snowed the next day.
Christ.
And that was the day that we did service at a beer fest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are not a big barbecue company yet. We have a tent. Chandler, you know what that was like. Remember when you cooked out of a tent? And you didn't have a Southern fucking pride? It literally was one of those things where it literally got freezing cold overnight, right? And we were cooking for 1,000 people, so I cooked overnight. I was on zero sleep. I think I did 39 hours straight for that event.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, dude. Here's the thing: once you get to the event, and there's people coming up to you, and there's people talking about your food and being excited about your food, you're not tired.
You're
feed off their energy.
You're running on adrenaline, right?
Yeah, pure adrenaline.
Yeah. I was not running on adrenaline Sunday morning at 6 a.m.
What size brisket did you get that you put it on at 6 a.m. and were you cooking hot and fast?
Yeah, I cooked it hot and fast on the pit barrel. It was done by 2. It wasn't too bad.
Oh, okay. So hot and fast. Yeah, no, that's not bad.
No, I did it. I did 2.5 hours in the smoke, wrapped it. My kid, I was supposed to be back by 1, and it was back by 2 or whatever. my kid's baseball game like ran an hour longer, and it actually stayed wrapped for an hour more than I had planned on. It was actually kind of overdone, but it turned out awesome. Everybody loved it. Family cooking. I'm not comp cooking. Family cooking. Everybody loved it. It worked out really well.
Listen, if you're not ordering pizza at the end of the night, you're doing good.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime I have questions about the shit, I got Kent always to lean on, and obviously all the good people in the chat too. So I feel like I'm getting a tons better at barbecuing, but I still have questions, and I have a great community to lean on for sure. So
anytime, brother. Anytime. Yep. You can shoot me a text. You can shoot me a text at 6 a.m. your time anytime.
Perfect.
I promise I'll always be awake.
Oh, hey, you said you come out to the West Coast. How often are you out here?
So I used to work for a company that was on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
So I used to come out pretty often, but we were up in North Cal. But I am trying to get to San Diego soon.
All right, well, you let me know, because San Diego is right down this freeway right here, about an hour and a half or so.
Where are you at exactly?
I live in Rancho Cucamonga, which is about—
That's right, yeah. So you're like between LA and San Diego, right?
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes east of LA.
Okay.
We're on the 15, which is the one of the main freeways that goes to San Diego and to Vegas and beyond.
Yep.
So
a good friend of mine lives in LA also, so we're trying to get out there to hang out with him. He's in one of the suburbs. Sorry, I can't exactly remember which one it was.
There's tons here, don't we?
Yeah, there's a million of them.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
about 45 minutes outside the city.
Yeah, right on. Kent, go ahead, buddy.
All right, John from 1984 BBQ wants to know: do you think you will ever have Malcolm Reed on your podcast?
Malcolm Reed's been on the podcast. Let me look it up. I can tell you what episode he was in because he was actually on it recently. Let's see. Where's Malcolm's?
You know that Malcolm Reed was actually on the hot seat when Hobo had it before I took it over.
Malcolm Reed was on podcast 189. So it was in November we had him on. Great dude.
Right on.
Yeah, he was fun to listen to on the hot seat when Hobo had it too. The only problem is there was some wonky feed going on, and what ended up being an hour and a half, 2-hour show got condensed to like 45 minutes on YouTube.
Wow, that sucks.
That's rough.
That part
really.
Malcolm.
Malcolm's fucking awesome, dude. He's a great dude. He's also I don't know. Besides like Barbecue Pit Boys, is there anyone bigger than him for barbecue
Pitmaster
on YouTube right now?
Is Pitmaster X big? Is he that big?
I know that Malcolm has almost like 500,000 subscribers, right?
Yeah. He may be one of the, if not the biggest, he's definitely one of the biggest barbecue channels out there.
He's up there, right, dude? And I don't know if you guys seen his last one where he did bacon burnt ends?
Yeah. I didn't know bacon
dude
not sliced. Because he had slab bacon that hadn't been sliced, and he cut it up like we do with burnt ends or whatever.
Yeah.
That looked outstanding for sure.
It's pork belly burnt ends. It's
that's what it was.
He did it with the cured pork belly,
right,
instead of without a cured pork belly.
I've done mine both ways. I got fresh side pork in the fridge thawing out right now from a whole hog I got before I went on vacation.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to cut it in half, and I'll cure half of it, and then I'll do side pork burnt ends for the other half.
Isn't it funny that once you start curing your own bacon, you really don't want to buy store-bought bacon?
Well, when we were in Florida, it was freaking $8.99 a pound for bacon. I'm like,
California
in Iowa, come on.
Yeah, have you ever been to Hawaii?
When I see bacon $7.99 a pound. Shit, it's expensive out here.
Really? Is it that bad out there by you guys?
Yeah. I mean, dude, anything's more expensive in California, dude. Like you said earlier, everything's taxed to the max.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of Chicago, though, dude. They try putting a sugar tax on us.
Probably New York is the same way. New York City, the 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
It's there's expensive everywhere.
Yeah.
Jason put in here from Easy Bake that Pitmaster X is only half of the sub.
Yeah.
That is.
I can't see of anybody else that's as high as Malcolm besides the barbecue pit boys.
And I mean, they've been doing it forever, right? I mean, shit. I remember seeing barbecue pit boys like.
What about all things barbecue? Someone will look that up, I'm sure. It doesn't matter. It's just interesting to talk about.
No, it's totally, and this is where I geek out because I'm total like analytics nerd.
And they're putting in work on that stuff for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Doing it YouTube game. I saw a video, it was like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
So he's been doing it a long ass time. Hey, Cooking with Rexy, how you doing, sweetie? Welcome. Good to see you in there. Shadow Seeds in there. What's going on? Where he lives in Cali, gas is $4.90 a gallon. That's up there. I paid $3.89 the other day. $3.99.
Jeez.
Kent, what are you at? You're at like $2.25.
We're $2.55 right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're at like $3.40. I think I paid $3.30 something.
Well, my last fill up, I paid nothing for it because I just drove off.
Nice.
One way to do it.
It seems to be that when the gas hits over $4 a gallon in California, that's when the news coverage starts. You know what I'm saying? That's when people lose their shit and it's all conspiracy. And they actually did the math, and there's 30 cents in taxes, 30 cents a part of the California tax order that has nowhere. It's going nowhere. So people are all auditing the state gas commissioner or whatever. It's become a whole big thing out here that 30 cents is going nowhere, except probably into someone's freaking pocket. So
yeah,
but it's 30 cents a gallon.
Hey, Chandler says when the chat goes to commodity pricing, it's time to go to bed. See y'all next.
Take care, Chandler. You're right. We did kind of go a little.
You know what, Chandler? He's just mad because we're not talking about like Southern Prides.
We're not
talking about
the
way that he decides that the chat should go.
Yeah, Chef Greg Ballistic Barbecue. Yeah, he's bigger than Pitmaster X. I don't know why I thought Pitmaster X had a lot more people, but he does have a fair following too.
He does, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Kent, you have more questions?
I got one more.
Okay.
2 more. Easy Bake wants to know, do you use grape jelly when you make your smoked meatballs?
No, I'm not Jewish.
Fair enough.
Really?
We'll leave it at
That's a very, very big Jewish thing in Chicago. I used to live in Rogers Park. It's a heavily Jewish community. Had a lot of Jewish friends growing up. But we don't use grape jelly. We do a mixture of chuck, and we do a mixture of pork fat or bacon in general, and that's kind of how we make our meatballs.
Perfect.
Fair enough.
All right. Kettle Cooker wants to know. He does his comps with Weber Ranch kettles. And he keeps getting crap from these guys using pellet cookers. But he got a 3rd place call in brisket. He says, do I keep trying to prove these guys wrong that are cooking on pellet cookers?
Yes. I
got to go with you cook on what you know.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And let it go from there.
If you're out there doing a bunch of contests and you're cooking on Weber Ranch kettles, hey dude, you're a badass, because smoking on a Weber Ranch kettle is not super easy, given that those things they're fucking huge, but you're a badass for smoking on a kettle. Now, do I think you should listen to somebody who's telling you, well, don't worry about it, blah 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 blah, my pellet smoker or my smoker does this, my smoker does that? That's awesome, dude. If you're going out there, you're having a good time, you're getting calls, you're fucking doing something right. If it's not fixed, don't break it.
Yeah. In Daddy Cooks, hashtag cook on what you know. That's it. And a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree that it's not the pit, it's the pit master.
Absolutely. A lot of it is.
But with that, it goes the fact that you have to have the knowledge of what you're cooking, where you're cooking, how you're cooking, and obviously on what apparatus you're cooking on. But that's where the pit master comes in. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think my thing with pellet smokers is that so many people buy them and then go, I'm a pit master.
No.
And that's a problem to me.
You're a smoky convection oven regulator.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of dudes that do that, and then you get people that are like, oh, well, you're going to smoke on this. And it's like, well, I don't know how to cook on that pit. Dude, put any pit in front of me, I'm going to fucking cook on it.
Right. Exactly.
It's going to take me 15, 20 minutes to figure out where my hot spots are, where everything is. Of course, but for the most part, I'm going to figure out that fucking cooker, and we're going to cook some fucking good barbecue.
Yep.
And I think the same, the Traegers and whatever pellet smokers, I believe they have their place. Easy bake barbecue, just, easy bake smoker. Those have their place. There's an ease of those. And
of course.
My brother-in-law was, he loves his Traeger. Pretty much all he knows, but he loves his Traeger because it's easy for him to do. He gets the flavor that he wants to get. He can set it and forget it, for lack of a better way of putting it. And that's what he loves. And I don't begrudge it. And it has a huge following. And so for you to actually have an opportunity to cook on one and put a video out on it and all that stuff, I'm going to keep doing that. So I want it. I want to learn how to use it, but I also want a stick burner. I want a ranch kettle because I think those things are freaking awesome. I have no clue what to do with it. I'd probably fall on it. Oh wait, that's Josh. But I want to have everything out there. And I actually just got smacked down by Mrs. CJ the other day. She's like, you do not need another thing out here. And I guarantee you she'll be the next one. She'll be the first one to buy me something to go out there because she knows I want it. So
all you got to do is you don't tell her. You just buy it. And you put it out there. And then when she comes out there, she's like, when did you get this? Be like, honey, it's been out here for like 6 months.
She's way too observant. She's way
Hey, CJ, remember one thing.
What's that, babe?
It's very easy to ask forgiveness versus permission.
Oh, I live by that.
That's funny, man.
It's way easier to be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I fucked up.
The way I get Mrs. CJ is to say I got it like 80% off or some shit like that, because she is the coupon sale queen. She's bought me my foodie. She bought me the Blackstones. She got me the kettle. Every freaking one of them was on some extraordinary sale wherever it was. So, and that's how she justifies buying purses. It was really a $500 purse, but I got it for $100. It's such a great deal. So
but then why not, right? You can't say no.
You can't say no when it's that cheap.
Oh, hey, View to a Grill has got the best comment in there.
Oh, yeah.
Buy it for her for a Christmas present.
That's a good one. Like, hey, babe, I bought you this.
It's like the Homer bowling ball for Christmas.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
I see. I'm catching little bits of the chat between Charlie from Pickles Barbecue and Cooking with Rexy talking about breasts. So I hope they're talking about chicken breasts. And,
I don't think Rexy is.
All right. Daddy Cook said the SNS Kamado is next for him. Hey, God bless you, brother.
You know what?
Steve from Non Another Cooking Show said that thing is over 500 pounds, and he almost killed himself setting it up.
Yeah. That I believe it. Looking at it, I had a 18-inch Vision ceramic, and that thing was quite hefty to put together. Definitely. So I can imagine how the 22-inch is. Dude,
ceramic cookers are fucking heavy.
Yeah, they're just big blocks of rock. I mean, if you think about it. Daddy Cooks, Kim, his wife, said he works too hard not to have what he wants. And God bless you, Daddy Cooks. Phil, you work hard, brother. You were doing much more than all of us schlubs are doing. And, we appreciate all you do in Parts Unknown for us. So you can have whatever the hell you want, brother. I'm buying the first door.
I will give you Kathy's email for you to forward to Kim for me.
All right. Kent, was that your last question, buddy?
That's it, brother. I'm done.
All right. Very good, man. You did great. All right, Mikey, last question of the night. You ready?
I'm ready.
Who would you like to see on the hot seat?
Who would I like to see on the hot seat? I would love to either see Barrett Black from Black's Barbecue, or
you or not?
He is not. He is Black's Barbecue is in Lockhart, Texas. They're one of the oldest places that create beautiful brisket.
All right.
Or I would love to see Nestor from Brisket and a Biscuit, who is he's not a YouTube guy. He's the Brooklyn Pit Rat, and I would just love to hear more people exposed to him, because I think what he's doing and his rubs and his cooking style, like I said, he's one of the guys that I dream to cook with. He's just such an amazing dude, and he has so much to give. He really does.
Someone you've spoken with before and you've had on your channel or your
yeah, we've had Nestor on the podcast. I can't remember what number he is. He was way earlier, and we're gonna have him on again eventually once he finishes with all the Brisket and Biscuit stuff, which finally opens May 21st. So if you guys are in New York, make sure you go check out Brisket and a Biscuit. That dude can cook some fucking badass barbecue.
Okay. Do you have?
And if I go YouTube wise, DJ Barbecue. I'd love to see DJ Barbecue on here.
All right, DJ Barbecue. I've heard of him. He's worked with Jamie Oliver a couple times, I think.
He is, yeah. So he's out of the UK, but he's such a rad dude. He's just such a good dude.
All right. Okay. Those are awesome. Let's see here. Jason put the link to Black's Barbecue from Lockhart in there. All right, cool.
Jason, you're awesome. Thank you.
Jason,
you're better than all of us.
He is one of the best people on our moderators here that is always putting the links up and take care of everything. So very cool. All right, guys, let's get this wrapped up. We're damn near 2.5 hours in, so it was a good hot seat when it goes this long. Because we had a nice long chat and it's been a good.
We had a long good chat, dude. I loved it.
All right, Daddy cooks. Dutch, you got anything to say on the way out, brother?
Mikey, great job tonight. Great answers. Appreciate it. It was fun, man, especially busting that guy from Kentucky's chops a little bit, He deserves it. So, well done, sir.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wait. Here, I got one of these left.
We'll give another free one. Cheers,
boys. Cheers.
All right, Mikey, you want to say something on the way out, bro?
Guys, I would like to say thank you so much for having us on the hot seat. You guys were amazing hosts. It was like sitting and chatting with best friends. So I want to say thank you so much for having me on. You guys are awesome. You guys are really, really amazing guys. And thank you so much for doing this for the barbecue community and cooking people in general. I think it's so important to give people a voice, and it's so important to give people an outlet to talk about cooking and talk about their passion. So I would like to say thank you so much for having me on here. It's an honor.
Definitely. Thank you, sir, man. I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate being on your podcast. Jason told me to mention Man Meat BBQ for merch. Use the code hot seat, one word, for 25% off. Good till May 25th. I'll put that in the description below. Jason, when you jump on the after show, remind me and I'll put it on the actual thing. Guys, I'm going to put the Hangout link in the chat. Don't come on until we go off. Mikey, you just stay right there, buddy. Thanks for all the super chats. Kent, you did awesome. All the moderators, you're awesome. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. And Mikey, again, I appreciate everything you're doing for everybody. I appreciate you having me on your podcast.
I'd love to have you on again.
Yeah, hey, I'm ready, dude. You know I love to sit here and bullshit. So whenever you want me on, I'm there for you, brother. Yeah, I feel like we just made a lifelong friend here. So definitely, guys, check it out. Hang on, this Thursday, the regular hot seat time, we have Kenneth Cunningham and a couple of other guys from the North Texas Barbecue Addicts. They started up a YouTube channel. We're going to be doing kind of like a thon for Tough Like Jack. That's Kenneth Cunningham's charity that he deals with. So be ready for that. All super shots will go towards Kenneth's charity. So make sure you guys tune in. North Texas Barbecue Addicts. All right. We'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm going to put, as I get a little closer to the camera, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Y'all come by, say hi. And Kent's dying again. What are you dying about, Kent?
You. Hi.
Hey, I'm gonna hit the door really fast. I got a neighbor calling.
Okay. Just don't hang up though, all right? All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you see you on Thursday.